Good morning, everyone. It is day 25. Getting started as I included setting up the tent in yesterday's video. I'm going to include tearing it down in today's. We'll talk about today's as I'm pulling these tent stakes. We are getting into the Twin Cities. We will go past the St. Anthony Falls, which are now dammed. It used to be locked. In 2000, we locked through there, and they were remarkable. There are these huge locks that one is like 50 feet, another is 30 feet. They've been decommissioned. There just wasn't much commercial traffic up north of that, or upriver of that, I should say. So it was decided that it wasn't worth the expense. And I expect that's probably true, although it makes our job a bit harder. But what makes it easier is we have a river angel that evidently is prepared to help us across that threshold. So we're going to be reaching out and contacting a fellow as we're drawing near, and he should be bringing a trailer to help us complete the process. So that's great. I don't know his name. What's the cat's name that is doing the portage for us today? The River Angel.
Mark, I believe.
Mark. We think it's Mark.
I have to double check. But
We haven't met him yet, but Jamie's been in contact with him. And soon after that, so that's going to save us. It's tough to imagine because given that they've decommissioned the both of them, it's like one long portage between that includes these two locks, and I'm thinking it might be as much as a mile, and it should be fairly well paved and whatnot, but it'll be a significant distance. So he's definitely helping us out with that. Soon after that, we have our first lock through. Pool number 1 is available on weekends for recreational traffic. Weekend, 4-day weekend. Today happens to be Saturday, day 25. So we'll be able to lock through our first time, and we'll get you some footage of that. Hopefully we'll do a better job getting footage of that than we did of getting the Sauk Rapids for you. And then we're in the cities, right? Those are both in Minneapolis, essentially, both those landmarks I mentioned. And St. Paul, being a sister city, is conflated. It seems further downriver on the trip, just the way it kind of bends around. So St. Paul will be after Minnesota in our experience. But we now have contact with an old high school chum of Jamie's, Eric, who we attended the state fair with in 2000, as well as Amanda at that time. We have not been in contact with Amanda, but Eric should be coming to meet us tonight, and we might be staying at his place. Not sure exactly where we're taking out. Jamie has a spot in mind, the St. Paul Yacht Club, which apparently they're paddler friendly, at least to some degree, allowing folks to camp there. So that's our intention, is to take out there and meet up with Eric tonight. So there might be some hijinks again tonight. We'll find out. So that's our day. That would be about 21 miles on the river, including a portage and a lock through, which both take extra time. You never know how long a lock's going to take. A portage you can estimate a little better, but a lock could be you hit it just at the right time and you can hop right in, or it could be you gotta wait your turn situation. Either one is a possibility for sure. So there we have it. 21 miles is another modest day, but well worth it to recreate one of the experiences of the first trip, and that'd be hanging out with Eric for a little bit. He was part of cast and crew of MRCA, that's Mississippi River Canoe Adventure 2000. Jamie's taken to using that initialization on this adventure, which isn't a problem, but it's the first time I've used it on my video, so it seemed reasonable to spell that out to you. I know this is lengthy. I'm just spewing stream of consciousness as I'm putting this stuff together, so we might cut it, we might scrub it, we'll figure out what we do with this footage, or you might see all my blather. That's more likely. Let's do it that way. Okay, that works. And get some of the sand out of here. We don't need sand. We don't need no stinking sand. So last night was a fun one. You didn't get quite all the footage. You saw the fire, but we lingered around that fire for quite a while. It was cool air and a warm fire is a good combination, and we had the second NFL game of the season on, wherein the Chargers beat the Chiefs. A recently historical unlikelihood, given that the Chiefs have been kind of dominant in that division. But yeah, the Chargers put it to them from the start. So good on them. Okay, let's see. We got the fly in there. Let's go ahead and put our steaks in the sleeve, because we'll need those here in a sec. Despite my flounderings, this is a fairly precise operation. I just don't reflect that with my level of precision. But I pretty well know how things are going, so that I know how they come back out, because basically they get taken down in the reverse order to make everything work. You always get that condensation underneath, even if the tent's dry. It always seems like there's moisture below on that base layer. Okay, so from here, we're just rolling up the steaks in here, and this is not rocket science. You don't need an instructional on tents, especially looking at my derriere in the meantime. That's just the way I'm rolling. It's not any indication of my feelings toward you. Then, of course, you get a little trapped air in there. I always try to be gentle to not blow a seam, expelling that. Okay, and that's pretty much taking down the tent. The ground cover folds up from there, and this just gets stuffed in the bag. But now you know my process in the morning. I really dislike this process. And you know our basic plans for the day, and we will be in touch throughout. There's a light on the horizon, emanating from the bayou. It shouldn't be so surprising. Gotta get there before I come home to you. Day 25, all packed up. Eric, I'm coming to meet you, Eric. Our first proper city comes into view as we round this little bend. Here we have before us Minneapolis. Day 25, the character of the river and what's alongside it certainly changes as we enter a city. Seeing more big commercial and or industrial types of buildings. Got, I guess it's just 2 bridges in sight, but certainly more to come. Maybe that's the 3rd behind, I can't quite tell. They're all starting to blend together a little bit, but this thing apparently draws some water in. Those look like sluice gates or something, or spits it out. I don't know if this is a municipal water treatment or procurement of some kind or some sort of industry, but there you have it. It's using water. Got to park with the dog on the other side. We love dogs. Dogs are good. So many rail lines are being retired and reclaimed as urban trails. This one is still active. And we can see a couple fishermen underneath it as well. With a dog jogger in the foreground. We're in the city. So we're coming into a portion of the river. This is, I guess, North Minneapolis. I really don't know how to characterize it in terms of the city, but we are still upriver of the St. Anthony Falls dams, locks and dams. The locks are no longer active. And that would have been the only way for like barge traffic to come up here. So all this infrastructure up here along the river, that grain silo, you know, these little buffers, this was designed for commercial barge traffic and is of absolutely no value at this point. It's just sitting derelict. I find that quite fascinating that this space hasn't been reclaimed for some other purpose, but in due time, I'm sure. Day 25, as the city unfolds before us, we catch a glimpse of our first suspension bridge on the river. We will see more. Okay, we have yet another example of the great assistance River Angels provide along our route. Mark is here helping us portage the St. Anthony Falls that are no longer lock-throughs, they're portage. We're actually meeting him a little upriver to take in a little brew pub. But he has these great portage wheels that are just making this job as easy as it's ever been for us. So yet another example of a way he's able to help. Let's go have a beer. Okay. Yeah, doxed. Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. Royal Nunsuch Nurch is up on top of Mark's rig here. He's got himself a nice little rack and makes it fairly easy. All our gear's in the back. And here's Mark. Thank you very much, Mark. Let's buy you a beer.
Sure, that sounds great.
All right. Hey,
Welcome
you thirsty, Jay?
Yeah.
So is this thing here. Okay, let's drink.
In the fall colors, I'm sure it's really striking.
And the fight over the last slice. So post brew pub experience, we're taking a little walk alongside the Upper St. Anthony Falls lock. It is decommissioned. It's not in use. In the distance, not great view of it. Let's zoom in. This is St. Anthony Falls as it stands now, I think. It's just sitting now, waiting for somebody to decide what they're going to do with it. And nobody quite knows. It just sits there. And word we've heard from Mark is that the lower St. Anthony Falls is still, lock is still operating. which is odd because it really doesn't go anywhere without the upper lock as well. But there's these little markers here trying to share information about the history of the area and the river and what really helped Minneapolis to become a thriving city. And the rain begins. Okay, well, the lock is out there somewhere. That's what it amounts to. And the Stone Arch Bridge is beside it. I'm a little confused about the geography of the thing without coming through it, but that corridor, so this first little pool is just a siding. Beyond it, where it's all fortified with the metal bands and whatnot there, that has to be the path to the lock that is on ahead. I can't imagine why that would be there otherwise. But let's cut this thing and maybe move on forward and get back on the river as the rain begins. Not pleasant. Putting in again after our portage assistance, we are downstream of the lower St. Anthony locks. We have a rail bridge here that looks to see there's park benches up top, it appears, so must be urban trail at this point. But we'll be locking through in just a few miles. This is pool number 1, and then on to some yet to be determined spot to take out for the evening, and festive night of camaraderie and revelry with Eric.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, shenanigans. That's is there a place called that? We could go there.
Probably.
Okay. Until then, we'll get you some footage of the lock coming up here in a little bit. Just after putting in today, we find ourselves in the gorge. Has this gorge got a name?
What?
This gorge, does it have a name?
No, I don't know.
Well, anyway, we're in a gorge that has been carved by the river flow and the falls over the course of centuries, millennia, however long. But this is sandstone apparently, and it's easily erodible. So yeah, the St. Anthony Falls used to be ahead of us, and now they're behind us. And the rain is upon us, so I'm going to get paddling. All right, folks, as we approach lock and dam number 1, the doors are closed upstream. We're going to have to go hit the little self-service button on the right. I will try to get you as much footage as I can but I'll have to be actively paddling to make this stuff happen, so stand by. Okay, we have managed to pull the signal cord now. I don't know if they're going to have to fill it or they'll just be opening this straight away. It will be one or the other, so we might be waiting for a bit. Doesn't seem to be opening straight away. Could be they're not paying much attention as well. That's also possible. Oh.
Hey there, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect. I've got the chamber empty right now, so I gotta fill it. It's gonna take about 25 minutes, so I'll start filling it right now for you.
Sounds good, thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Don't know if that conversation came through. The speaker behind, Jamie, was discussing with the lockmaster that the chamber is empty. He says it'll be about 25 minutes to fill it. So we're going to cut the stream and cut it back on as I notice the doors opening. Okay, after a 25-minute wait, the water inside the chamber is level with the water on the upper pool, and they're opening the doors. As soon as they get open, we'll be free to proceed inside. And then the real magic happens. Really such simple tech, but such an amazing feat of engineering to put it all together. Technology is quite simple. It's just water flowing downhill in controlled measures. But yeah, all this installation is quite a construct to make all this come together. Now safely in the chamber, I have a hold of a solitary rope that goes down under the water. It's weighted and will just keep us basically in one place, so boats aren't clanging into one another inside the chamber if there's multiple boats, and there could easily be, although I understand this lock number 1 doesn't do a whole lot of traffic. It's with the St. Anthony dams essentially being closed, there's not much, if any, commercial traffic coming up through here. So this is just recreational traffic like us. As you can see, the doors ahead are wedged together. They're actually held closed by water pressure. As you can see, they're, well, maybe you can't see very easily.
I got the valves open for you, so we'll drop it momentarily. How far south you guys going?
Today, not very far.
Ultimately,
5 miles or so.
ultimately the whole way.
Okay, cool. When did you guys start?
25 days ago.
Okay.
Is that a number you hear a lot?
You know, this is my first season at this lock.
Okay.
You guys are the 5th vessel that had come through. It's been kind of a mixed bag.
Okay.
A couple of guys are doing close to 40 miles a day, just slugging it out.
Yeah.
And then a few more people that are doing a bit more leisurely. They must have extra PTO or left their job and said, hey, I'll catch you when I catch you.
Yeah. There probably will be a couple behind us.
Sure.
A couple hours. I'm not sure exactly where they are, but they were very close to us yesterday. So.
Okay. Sweet. I'll keep my eyes open for them.
Yeah, I think they're one of those that are doing big miles.
They're going to pass us up tonight, probably.
Yeah, they started like
okay.
a week after us.
Sure. Just full steam ahead, all gas, no brakes type of mentality.
I think so.
We spent too much social time closing bars.
Ah, I see. Well, then, we can go down and be ready to get you guys out. Have
Cool.
a safe trip.
Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you. As you can see, he doesn't do a whole lot of business. I mean, he's always on duty while the place is open, but just not that many people call on his services. So he's gone back up to prepare to open the doors for us on the other end. We're on our way down. You can see the wall is getting taller as we're getting lower in the chamber. I believe this to be about a 20-foot lock. That's an estimate. I understood it is now the tallest lock still on the river after the closure of the two St. Anthony locks, but I've also heard that the lower St. Anthony lock is still open, and I think that's about 30 feet. So anyway, that's where I got 20 feet, is just kind of taking a few feet off of that number. But it's already been, what, there's the water level there, 8-9 feet?
I think these are each 5-foot panels.
Okay, so we've now done about 9 feet. One panel and one full panel and one and 80% of another, something like that. But yeah, we're emptying out the chamber, and this process, I guess, takes, I don't know if it's the same amount of time to fill it as it is to empty it, but it took 25 minutes to fill it. Still, I hold the rope in my hand right up against the concrete wall, and it's kind of mildewy. You can see where I made a inscription with my toe. We could sign it, but it wouldn't last very long. The algae would grow right back. But the doors start to loom more and more over us as do the walls. We're just sinking down. Super gentle process. I mean, it's just like riding a little rubber ducky horseback as the tub empties. So 2 full, that's going to be 10, 14, 17 feet now, maybe something like that. Well, that next line will be about 19, so that's about 19 now. But you're right, that is close to 20. Now we're coming up on 20. About the time we hit the bottom, those doors will start to open because we'll be at the level of the river below us. But we're on past 20 now. Is it flowing in the back of us? I hear it coming in. Just a little bit of leakage.
Yeah, it's not sealed so well. All that water just for us.
Well, it was going downriver anyway. It's not like it's a private supply. If it didn't come in here, it was going to just go over the dam. But yeah, this is quite a few gallons in this thing. I think this is an oversized block here. I was going to say that it'd be about 25 feet now, but I think this one's extra tall, don't you? I don't know.
Yeah, they're not all the same.
So that makes it even more difficult to estimate. Somebody scrawled the number 6 there, it appears, on the wall. I don't know if that's significant of anything.
I wonder if that narrow one was 5 feet and the other ones were like 6.
I don't know. I don't know, sir. I'm just along for the ride. I just work here. Speaking of working here, being a lockmaster, that might be a cool job. I'm guessing you can catch up on a lot of YouTube. I don't think we're there yet. Yeah, the rope's still playing out in my hand. Yeah, we do. We're certainly not falling at the pace we were before. It is still making subtle little drops. Maybe the added water pressure actually pushes it out faster through whatever mechanism makes it flow, or by what path it flows. At any moment, we'll see the doors break their seal and be cleared to proceed. I'll do a little pan while we're waiting. See some shadow of tree there on the wall. See Jamie. You see the doors behind us.
Do what?
I'm talking to the internets.
Yes. Hi, Internet.
There it goes. The doors are opening. Ahead is the Mississippi River again. We've safely locked down. Goodness, it feels like maybe 30 feet. It was a significant lock. Some of them are 5 or 10 feet. Some of them are bigger. But there you have it, folks. We're going to get paddling. More when it happens. Now you've seen a lock. So many different patterns and ecosystems and characteristics of the river along this path. This just after lock number 1. It's really pretty narrow again. It was much wider above for a long time, like not just leading up to the lock, but some sandy beaches here, and this is urban access, but not an urban space. I mean, this is all still pretty wild, and people are kind of digging on that. There's a lot of fishing. Appears to be some yoga activities going on over here, just out in open space, and perhaps a large German Shepherd there. I'm not even sure what's going on, but we've got people that use this space right in the middle of the city. That's space that's wild. Kind of cool. As we prepare to take out here, we got a little boat ramp. This is our destination for tonight. We'll be meeting Jamie's buddy Eric, but just around the bend there we see our first barges on the river. It's growing up, y'all. Mississippi is growing up.